What you talking about now, Cine? I don't know, but you're gonna get some nuggets out of it though. But first, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn that bell on. There's a new video series dropping every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the random jam session whenever I'm in my bag. You do not want to miss out. Also, be sure to check out my books, man. The link's in the description below, right along with my vegan class if you're trying to go plant-based and stay plant-based. I'm telling you, it works. Oh, and lastly, be sure to follow me on Instagram at _just_scene_. The nuggets I don't put over here, I put over there, so you can always get me when you need me. But you ain't really coming for all of that. Peace, love, knowledge, and freedom. I'm out. And sometimes, you can, people think you can have too much patience, and that's not the case. That's too much waiting, and that leads to the irritation. And when I look at relationships, that's when I was first able to see that, I often misinterpreted patience, because a huge fundamental piece and a big part of patience that is often overlooked is that a part of patience is understanding when time is expired. You dig what I'm saying? When time runs out, a part of patience is okay, I don't need to be here anymore. The time is up. The time is out. And there's a lot of situations that we live in. There's a lot of situations and experiences that we go through where we decide to have patience. And we decide that we want to have, we want to be patient with this thing or whatnot to this thing. And it's like, okay, a part of that patience is off your end. It's like, okay, can this manifest itself? For example, I've been in relationships where I was a little too patient to the point where I was waiting for something that wasn't going to come to fruition. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can be in a situation where, case in point, I'll flip it. Because I always, try to use my own experiences and shit. And it's like, I don't want to feel like I'm, just demeaning women all the time and talking bad about the past. Because contrary to, the experiences and shit, I love those women. And they're still, they still got a solid place in my heart. Ain't no bad blood towards any of them. Even the ones that actually did the worst shit, ain't no bad blood to them because there was things that I gathered out of that situation. There was very pivotal points. I got my lessons and shit, but there was points that I was supposed to learn. There was points that I actually did learn that I wanted to take away that I have to give to the next relationship. So I don't see them, as bad. So when I speak about a past relationship and it has that negative connotation to it, there's no negative energy toward those people. I still love those people. You know what I mean? Not in love with them, or not in the sense that, we can rekindle or anything like that. But, the love is still there. As you understand it, I define it. But that's not here nor there. I just had to clarify that, So it's there would be times where they would bring something to me. Hey, look, do this. All right, cool, I'll do it. And then it's you have the patience. Do they have the patience to actually let that skill or whatever it is be learned and things like that? But then, like I said, on the coin flip to that is, if you're being told, you're being recommended, or hey, look, try this, hey, do this, hey, X, Y, and Z is what I'm feeling. Can you touch this up for me? And a lot of times our waiting is confused. Our patience is misinterpreted for waiting. So we have the patience for, I'm going to be patient for you to get your shit together. But sometimes you can express something 1,000,000 times to somebody and they can get it, but they necessarily aren't in the position to exhibit that. You know what I'm saying? Or even embody what it is that you're expressing to them. You dig what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of the difficulty comes in. You feel what I'm saying? That's where a lot of the difficulties comes in. That's where our lines get blurred, when it comes to being patient with people. Because, our patience it wears thin. A lot of us, we really don't have it in that dynamic, and it wears thin so easily, which makes us, impatient, for lack of a better term. But it's just the flow, So a part of the impatience is again, that still comes into waiting. When you're impatient, I can't wait for this to happen. That's where your anxiety and shit comes in, because you're not realizing what the time is, what this arena of patience is supposed to be. You dig what I'm saying? We're not 100% focused on what this is supposed to be teaching us. So as I was saying about, the relationships, you have points where you're supposed to learn a lesson, but you're supposed to gain something too. And understanding when you've gained that And when that lesson is learned determines whether you stay into that situation or not. Because it's like, it could be like a video game. And a lot of times I think we treat our relationships like video games and shit. Like, once we reach a certain level, we reach a level, and then it's okay, now let me go to the next one. Okay, now let me go to the next one. Now let me go to the next one. But at some point you can beat the game in that season. You can beat that game. And you can wait for the sequel to come out, but some video games don't have sequels. You feel me? Some video games don't have part 2s and part 3s, and then you gotta kind of start the game over.